easy, but you know, it's 9 o'clock a.m. right now, Tuesday morning. Okay, and again, here's the point. If I'm an idiot and I'm talking to a police officer and I try to go into my car to get something, my ass would be shot too. It's not about black or white. It's about me doing something stupid. And it don't matter who fucking does it, you would be shot too. If I'm doing something stupid and going to my car while talking to a police officer, unless I'm going for my ID or something, if it's in the car, right? Now, and I tell him beforehand, I'm going to get my ID, officer, or you can get it yourself. Here, let me open the door for you. See, it's the point, right? Now, if I'm going for something in my car and I'm shot in the back, it's my fault. The police officer is telling me, do not go to your vehicle. Do not open the door. Do not reach inside your vehicle. When I'm doing that. I know he is. Keep your hands where I can see them. Yes. I don't have to be on the scene to know what he's saying to the dumbass. And if I was to do the same dumbass thing, I would be just as dead. Or in the damn hospital. With a couple bullet wounds in my ass. Because I did something stupid. You know that shit. You know that shit. Just like if you're sleeping on the couch, like I keep telling you, and you went to bed with your ex-wife in another room with her daughter, right? There is zero chance you would go in there to them, right? Why? That's not how it happens, right? Now, you would think, though, if mom went to that extreme to bring her daughter in her bedroom with her, there would be zero chance of the girl even waking you up in the middle of the night. But you're saying, okay, she did. That's the first thing you got to realize. This is not like on SVU where the guy sneaks down to the girl's bedroom, sleeping with the mom in the same bedroom. The mom and daughter are together, not me. I'm on the couch, right? So you're saying either my stepdaughter went to the bathroom and I might have done something to help her go, which you're interpreting as something sexual. Well, I'm telling you, the only thing you could confuse is if I pulled down her underwear thinking she needed to pee and she didn't go and pee. Then I'm trying to make sure she didn't already pee herself a little. See, when you're potty training, sometimes the child will pee their panties. And if you don't know her situation or why she's in there with you or why she's not going, you're trying to figure it out, right? See, usually all you have to do, though, if a child really has to go, is pull down her panties and she's going to go straight to the bathroom. So that's... Even if it's a boy or a girl, by the way, either one would do the same thing and go straight to the bathroom if they gotta go. You put out their panties for them, and you think that's what they need. That's also why I'm telling you. If I asked a child who showed her all that, she would say grandma, because grandma's the one to potty train her, idiot. It don't mean we did anything wrong, though. By the way, either me or grandma, But that's who she would relate it to. If I did do that with her, you understand? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you help potty train or diaper change a child when growing up, you know what might be going on there. Now, another thing is if she did smell, you might think she needed a bath. Or a shower. If she didn't, what? Go and pee. Then you might even think briefly, well, she's in here with me, maybe she just wants a shower. So you undress, right? Briefly, and then say, well, wait a minute. You kind of wake up more since you're already asleep. You're not thinking, okay, rationally or anything 100% yet. You're kind of trying to figure out what's going on. What does she want? She kind of, did she tickle herself or something? Does she need a bath? If she ain't going to the bathroom, she asking you for something to eat or drink, they usually do that right away too. If they're thirsty or hungry, they'll say, I want something to eat. I want a cookie. Whatever they want. I want something to drink. Yeah, they can at least say that before. I know. And then, okay, that's the only way it would get weird, and I'd still have to ask her who's your girl that. Not sure what she would even say. Not saying she said grandma or not. Saying what she could have said grandma. What that means is what? I'm not sure. Because 20 days later, I was injured on base somehow, being locked out my room. Now, the problem with that is that gives somebody an alibi, but not 100% because I'm on base, right? See, the problem is, I know, that could give my ex-wife an alibi, I know, but not someone on base. See, the problem there is I don't have an ID with me, right? And like I told them, how could I get off base even? Okay. Now, if this guy's on the base, though, what is this about? The gay Navy? That, again, is still guessing what the fuck's going on. Why this person is on about this shit for so long, right? Who the hell are they? You understand, right, Daphne? I'm not saying we really did all this, right? What I am saying is they know too much about it, as if we talked about it the night I fell instead of me falling, right? Right. Which means I jumped from the window ledge or lowered myself down an additional body length and then jumped. I did something to get down, which they thought I couldn't do, I guess, right? And we got into an argument over it all. I might have even had to use my karate a little bit. Like I had to do with you to leave the room. Which is called a hip toss there. Well, that's why we also use mats. We don't just throw each other around on the hard floor. No, we don't. No, we don't. We use what's called mats. So we protect the person so they don't get harmed when we're putting them in position, right, to do a hip toss. Now, what is the point is I picked her up and put her in the bed behind me, which means I brought her from right to left, put her in the bed and left the room, and just walked out. That's it. Now that could have pissed her off a little bit if she was trying to get into a fight with me and I did that instead. I don't know. But it looks like, okay, she's getting pissed off with me, right? For some reason, right? Then we go to get her daughter, and I have to be back by Monday, right? So I'm speeding through the mountains as if I gotta be back by Monday. There goes that excuse, Daphne. Because she neglected to tell me I needed to apply for leave. So you gotta apply for that stuff if it's not during the holidays. I know. So you might get free leave, I guess, right? During the holidays, right? That don't really count, right? Especially Christmas and Thanksgiving. Well, Christmas anyway, right? You might get a few days off, right? To go home, right? And it's considered leave unless you got duty or something, right? And then really all it means is you got to be back before you got to do your duty, right? But the thing is, I had to be back Monday morning, right? She had not told me she had 2 weeks leave herself, right? Well, I would have to apply for that the same way she would have to get that much leave because it's not a holiday. No, it's not a holiday. And usually you get 2 weeks off for Christmas or New Year's, right? They'll either give you 2 weeks before, during, a little bit before Christmas up to a certain time, right? The 28th, I think, like from the 14th to the 28th. That's 14 days, right? And then from the 28th to the 12th, if you're taking second leave. That's so you can go and see your family during either Christmas or New Year's, depending on which you celebrate too. But the point is, you're all up about business, and you're not supposed to know about this. Only me and my ex-wife would know about it if it happened at all. And the thing is, she never brought it up. And I'm not bringing it up in the blog by saying I could have blessed her if it didn't. No. That's not what that is. That's just admitting it's possible something could have happened, but it didn't. No. See, the key word you got to understand in any sentence, right? Now, they keep arguing with me that Satan didn't have sex with Adam and Eve in Eden. Yes, he did, but it was a different kind of sex. And he used the sex they already had too, which was vaginal. Mm-hmm. He introduced them to evil sex at Adam's vine. Anal, by the way. Now, what God said is, the man has become as one of us, Satan, to know good and evil. To know is the word you use in the Hebrew to denote sexual knowledge. They knew they were naked after the sex. Whereas in day 6, when they became one flesh with each other naturally, the penis going into the vaginal canal, or the Holy of Holies. Oh, the holy place, the holy place. The holy place is kind of longer than the Holy of Holies. What could that represent in a woman? The vaginal canal in the womb? Right. Now, what does the temple really, at least the tabernacle anyway, really represent? The vaginal canal. What does the animal sacrifice before the altar, which is before the vaginal canal? Or the holy place. Before your sperm enters the Holy of Holies and joins with the egg. Represent. The blood of the animal is to cover your children. In that we sin. And you offer it before the legs of the woman, right? As she gave birth to your child, right? You understand? Now, until we learn human anatomy, though, which I guess doctors are both good and evil too in how they practice their medicine, right? Mm-hmm. But still, like I said, the real glory for any miracle goes to God, even with medications, right? Because guess who left you the chemicals you're using in your formulas to make a cure for something or to make something that works? Even aspirin, for example, has a formula that God left behind for us to use. That's not the problem, right? If you acknowledge pharmaceutical companies that something left you all this stuff that you could make into a formula as well, knowing you would need it one day. I know. To me, it's as simple as that. Whether I use the medication or not, right? I'm using it because with some people it works with to help them If they get bigger, yes, you think they shouldn't have high blood pressure. But what's really killing them? The fear of the high blood pressure you're causing them, or the high blood pressure itself. They say fear is the mind killer. In a movie I saw called Dune, I don't know if that's right or wrong, but kind of makes sense, right? You know what I mean? Fear of something is worse than not knowing something's wrong. But if I keep telling you, oh, you're bigger now, but you're supposed to have lower blood pressure. Well, no, maybe I'm supposed to have higher blood pressure because I'm bigger now. When you're smaller, your blood pressure is lower. When you're bigger, your blood pressure goes up. Is that because my body's mass is larger and there's more blood pumping through my body? That would make sense. But is there anything wrong with that? No. Unless you freak me out about it and make me think there is. Understand?